Welcome back, everyone. Muddy dogs. It rained quite a bit today. I'm not working on the usual mud truck stuff. I decided to work on something else entirely different. I'd like to move it in my new building, so I'm trying to get it started. But I showed this thing once, maybe twice. And being Father's Day is this weekend. Sorry about the wind. I don't know if you can hear it very well. Decided to get this running because there's a guy that I know watches my channel, a really good friend of mine named Brad, and I've always thought of him kind of like a dad to me. So I really want to get this in my new buildings. I really want to start working on it soon, and this will make Brad smile from ear to ear. I'm trying to get my rock crawler running and it's fighting me. I gotta run off, you know, a little bit of brake clean. But I noticed fuel pump ain't kicking on. I've been tinkering this for a little while and I've never had this issue. Usually it fires right up. So yeah, get in here real quick. I've got my little Milwaukee battery here hooked up to some wires. I'm just trying to diagnose whether the pump is out, locked up, whatever's going on. And I noticed here, oh, I got a loose connection. Yeah, you can see this back here on top of the fuel pump. So, and it might just turn on right now. Stay. Kick this on. I got the fuel line unhooked right now, so I can see it running. Yeah, see, it ain't turning on right now. When I do one of these numbers, wiggle this wire, we got fuel. So I'm gonna try tightening that. My little tiny screwdrivers. If I recall, when I put the fuel tank in many years ago, it should be a Phillips head, I think. Yeah. Doing this completely blind here. Where's it at? I can't see. Like it full of dirt. Oh, this is gonna be a pain. Can't see nothing. Come on. Oh, I'm gonna have to do this with both hands. Okay, now I know it works. Plug my fuel line back in here. And the reason why I mentioned Brad on a Father's Day deal, like I said, he's been a really good dude to me and he got me into off-road and fabrication and everything else a long time ago. And the reason why I'm not talking about my own dad, he wasn't that great of a dude, and I don't want to go into full detail about it, because I'm sure a lot of people don't really want to hear about a 31-year-old male complaining about their dad issues, but maybe some other time. But like I said, this will make Brad really happy. See me get this running and driving. I'd like to get him on the page eventually because he's a literal off-road guru. There's not a single question that I'm not afraid to ask him, and he has an answer of some sort every time. Oh man. Okay, try this again. Come on, baby. You turd. This hasn't been drove for a while, obviously. Go ahead and turn that up. But don't mind the vice grips. I need a new battery terminal. Oh, she's getting there. Come on, baby. Lives. It runs like absolute shit. Come on, you can do it. She's not happy. This fuel is very varnishy. Come on. It's fuel injected, so get it, floor it. It's not a carburetor. Anytime you touch the gas, it wants to die. Oh, I bet I know what it is actually. There's a stupid mass airflow sensor on this. This is a 3.0. They are literally the worst Toyota engine ever made, in my opinion. And both head gaskets are clear out of this, and it runs off antifreeze. I bet you this is part of the issue. If I get that back in there. I've had this thing for a long time, and this is the first truck I ever put a roll cage in. The first truck I've ever rolled. And it's gone through one relationship. They've been around for a long time, and I have a very big soft spot for Toyota pickups. Okay, let's try it again. There we go. It likes it, don't worry. Oh God, I love this thing. Uh-oh. They don't have shit for brakes right now. Okay, now you got it running. You gotta move all this stuff and get up in the shop because I have a new brake master for it. And I've replaced this once already, and for whatever reason it goes through them. That's the reason why I rolled it. I lost brakes going down a hill. Pretty wild actually. So give me a minute, I'll get her wrapped up, get her in the shop. Nothing. Let me go do a little bit of a walk around here. Hey, it's disgusting. Hood open. She's been underwater in mud a couple times. If you can't tell. It's an 88 5-speed SR5. It's got the SAS swap, which is straight axle swap done. I did not do that swap. I kind of wish it was an 85, but those are really hard to come by for a decent price. I put the 64-inch Chevy Leaf in the rear. I redid the whole tail end of the frame. New fuel tank. I put shock tires in for a tire mount. It's a pretty solid little rig actually. I broke one axle shaft driving down the road. Wasn't even rock crawling. And then I broke a transfer case mount off the cross member, and that made a really bad ruckus. But really, that's broken. I really want to start driving it again because, man, I love this thing. Kind of want to keep it streetable because, believe it or not, it's actually licensed and insured still. But on the other hand, I want to go crazy with it. Put 4-link and back half the frame, and so I think I might tear apart my mud racing buggy and put the axles in this, in the air shocks. But I haven't quite got that far yet. This is like the 3-year plan. This is not right away. So yeah, I need to replace this, maybe my brakes again. I hope that's all it is. But yeah, well, I'm gonna get started. Oh my, look at that. You can twist the brake line off. And there's something, if you own a Toyota or Toyota pickup from the 80s, the only reason I say 80s because that's the only thing I really know about Toyota for the most part. Everything is metric. And I mean everything. None of that you know, your American cars might be metric, might be standard. This is strictly metric. And I love it, hate it. I appreciate that it is all metric because I know it's one thing. And I don't have to run around the shop, scramble for tools every dang time. Come on, give it up. There we go. Hope I got brake fluid. Oh yeah. Come on. There we go. Now I'll just hit them off. I'm not sure what size those are. 14 or 15s. Ooh, I might be wrong. Why? There. Okay, definitely not that. It's a 13. What the hell? It's a 12. There it goes. I'm gonna save these because I do not have metric consumable nuts and bolts, stuff like that. Don't drop it. Okay. Pull off this manifold. Don't break nothing. Pull this thing out. Ta-da! All there is to it. Well, there is some fluid on the... Whoa! There is some fluid on the back side of it. Oh, Jesus. My stand's falling apart. Yeah. Stay. But it does still apply pressure. I might keep this one just for good measure, just in case. It may not be actually bad. These pickups have this stupid thing in the rear for the rear brakes because someone over in Japan thought you're going to be hauling some heavy loads with this thing, and it has this, as the axle compresses, it changes the rate at which the rear brakes work, essentially. So instead of doing, oh, I don't even remember what the ratio is. So 70, 30, I think 70% front brake, 30% rear. It'll change that. So it increases the rear brake depending how heavy the load is. It's a joke. Absolute joke. Never worked. And you can't just cut it out of there and get rid of it. It's a nightmare. So you have to, I don't remember how to do it. I used to know how to do it. Don't remember now. So hopefully it's not, it's this and not something else, because you can't really get parts for these. I mean, there's some parts obviously, but most parts are discontinued for Toyota pickups, and it's a real pain in the ass. Like this has this was like within the luxury pickup back in the day. It's got electric windows, electric locks, sunroof, cruise control, AC. None of that works now. But anyway, my window motor went out, and you can't just go get switches, parts. Nope, all discontinued. So I ended up getting a pair of 6-way switches. Found a power block and wired them right in. Yeah, some of these things are just... If you want to restore one, good luck to you. That's all I gotta say. Way better rock crawler and truck just to beat around with than it is just to drive down the road. I'll tell you that right now. And these things are not, these pickups are outrageous to buy for price. And this one's actually fairly rust-free. Well, it's rust-free, but the body's not straight. I beat the ever-living shit out of this thing. Hence the head gasket issue, and amongst other things, which these are notorious. They actually had a recall for this engine specifically when it come out just for head gaskets, because they were bad out of the factory. And we actually looked up the work order on this pickup through Toyota one time, and sure as hell it had it done, the recall. But they're clear gone again because I'm hard on stuff. So come on. And I've got quite a bit of work done to this. I put a Spartan front locker in it. Like I said, roll cage. It's got, I think, 410 gears in it, which isn't anything special. It needs like 513s because this engine from factory put out maybe 100 horsepower, 113. Now I'm probably down to 60. Fifth gear is useless, just so you know. There's no point in using it going down the road. Okay, that. Plug this back in. Top that off. I should have bench bled this. Dang it. I'm gonna have to bleed the brakes, but I just out of curiosity. It actually has pedal now, sort of. The last one, it would just go to the floor and wouldn't do anything. Well, let me get the bleeding process. I don't have a power bleeder, so I gotta do this the not so fun way. Although I could just, geez, these things are weather checked. Nice. It's got rear disc brakes. If I recall, these bleeders are a nightmare. So yeah, let me start getting her all bled here. We're bleeding brakes. My bleeders are clear plugged, full of garbage. So what I like to do, there's probably a tool for this. I take my smallest drill bit I got, put her in there, just spin her in. And I won't want to put this in a drill because it might drill too far, for one. Two, there very well could be a rock in there. I don't want to snap a drill bit off in there because that would be a really bad day. So I don't know if I can get these. All that crud out of there. And this works pretty good actually. Spins. Even in the other hole, I can just work it. I can put a hole in here. And then I'll go hit her with the air dart. Perfect. New bleeder. Had the brakes bled. They're not the best. I think I got an issue somewhere and I can't quite find it. But I got pedal. It's not the greatest. I'm gonna wash the windows off here, so Oh yeah. All the barn dust. That's bad. That's real bad. There. See something. Suppose it better do the other side. I gotta get some of the stuff out of this. Been putting parts in it. Come here. What I need is some, I guess I do have ATF, some Berryman's V12 and dump it right down the throat of it. Clean out the injectors. This thing is running really rough. And then also, a lot of it's probably the fuel. It's very old and disgusting. He'll put some Ronnie's Cam 2 in there. He may not appreciate that, he needs that. There. You can kind of see something here. The wipers are junk. Obviously. There, I'm gonna clean some stuff out of this and maybe we'll drive up a road ditch or something. When you know it, I had some bariums laying around. I'm gonna try to dump her down this tube here. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but stupid mass airflow. I need to dump it right down in there, but I don't know if I'll be able to. That stupid hole messing with it. Get her at high idle, see if it'll run. So, I need to put a cap or something in that. What to do, what to do. Unless I prop that open. Mass airflow. All the mass airflow on that is a flap. I don't know if I can trick it. I'm thinking it's open. I'm gonna suck that through, see if that works. adder. I think that helped actually. A whole bunch of garbage come out of the exhaust, all sorts of smoke, black smoke, soot, everything. We'll see if that cleared it up a little bit. Get that back on there. Here. So you're wondering how I got it idle up. I'll show you. When you're rock crawling and you have a clutch, sometimes you're on a slope and you gotta stop. Brad actually showed me this little hand throttle here. It works good. Works dang good for stuff like this. And like I said, if you're stuck on a hill, you gotta hold your brake and your clutch, you're on the hand throttle, and so you don't roll backwards. Works pretty good actually. I wasn't recording on that. That was scary because I still have little to no brakes. You gotta pump them about 5 times before you have anything. I just brought it through town. Look at that, Miata. You're not the only foreigner in this building now. I gotta wash it. That's like 5 years ago from a rock crawling place we called Make It or Break It. Good looking dirt. Wowza. That was nerve-wracking. They had a whole Doug in the midst of all that too, going down the road. They tried jumping out. Whew. Well, just a short little Father's Day video for you guys. Take her easy.